All right, DM and Takeover says, how does proximity to the National affect your buying? Do you walk in with the same game plan regardless? If logistics of flight / getting a quantity of cards back successfully is a little messier, do you focus on less cards but higher end over quantity plays? Very good question.
It's a good question.
Yeah, really good question.
I think.
Go ahead. You're
it's
good.
Contextual, right?
Agreed.
Meaning a hobby shop, like going to the National, is a completely different story than an individual. For me, I don't go. If I'm going to spend the money, that would mean I'm bringing home more cards than I'm comfortable to fly with. Then I'm also going to probably spend the money to ship said lot home.
Yep, agreed.
And I'll say this, I've been to a lot of shows in Dallas with Ryan. I've been to Nationals with Ryan. And I feel like every time he's had to leave when we're like getting chicken fingers to go to FedEx.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely, again, Ryan 8 years ago in Baltimore in 2013, different than Ryan now, right? Definitely would have been a, hey, what can I fit? Take that kind of home. But yeah, I mean, everybody's different, right? Like Tyler's not going to look to bring home 5 4-row boxes of random jerseys and autos he's going to list on eBay to flip. That's not Ty's play, right? That's our play. I'm like, I bought I saved it. Yeah. I bought a freaking wagon full of sports cards. Like literally a wagon. I have a picture of it. I can probably find it. A full wagon of sports cards. Like we'll buy anything and everything if it makes sense. So I think everybody's different. Again, it's, my answer to this question would be are you willing to leave the show one day for 30 minutes to go to FedEx that's 25 minutes away and ship it all back? Right? It's just everybody has a strategy. I've gone to Dallas before and we bought crazy deals. We'll just go to Target and buy a suitcase for $70 and just take the suitcase home and check it. It just, what are you comfortable with? Do you not want to take anything home? Do you not want to go get a suitcase? Do you not want to go to FedEx? I'm all for, this is the biggest event, the biggest card show in the world. People are looking to move stuff. People are looking to deal. I'm looking to deal. Let's go to FedEx and buy a suitcase, or let's go to Target and buy a suitcase.
I agree. I think it's just if you're the type of person who, like, I know DMN is the type of person who does a lot of the lesser valued cards. So, oh my God, there it is for the people who are checking out on video. Ryan's little wagon he had there kind of looks like
the old Ryan wagon.
I do think if it's something that you normally do, try to plan for it. But like Ryan said, worst case scenario, you get an Uber to Target one night, the night before you leave, pack up the bag and just check it out on the way.
So this last question is definitely one I've done. Again, I mentioned in the beginning of this, I've done a lot of these like YouTube videos. We've done 3, 4, 5 part series about preparing for the National. I enjoy doing them. I enjoy talking about this. This is a question I get asked all the time. It's probably one of the top 3 questions that I get asked. It's, what's the best to carry at the show? Cash or inventory? The answer is the same. My answer is the same every time. And it would be the same thing I would tell you for the last question. Everybody's different, right? Tyler might have all inventory. He's not looking to really go there and spend $40,000 in singles. He's looking to make some plays, trade into some stuff he likes. Lou's like, hey, I want to go buy a Zach Wilson. I want one of those for my PC. Maybe an Elijah Moore I want to buy. Take a couple cards, wheel and deal there. Like, lose a mix. I'm like, hey, I'm looking to buy a bunch of stuff. We're looking to make some real deals. Everybody's different. So I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. What are you trying to accomplish, right? One of the things I typically say is, if you have like the stuff that a lot of people have, right? Not Tom Brady PSA 10 contenders or Mickey Mantle 52 tops or Jordan Fleer 9s, like the everyday type run of the mill stuff. Nothing wrong with that. That stuff's fun. That stuff at the National, you're not getting 85% of eBay on that. You're not getting top dollar for that. So if you're looking to walk in to the show with a stack of cards, right? You're like, hey, I got these cards here. I want to sell these. And they're not that amazing stuff. You're probably not getting full value. So if your goal is to have cash at the show, you should sell these in the next 4 weeks. You should have the cash now to walk in with. If your goal is like, hey, if I keep these or I don't, no big deal. Take them with you, right? So it just depends on your game plan. My focus would always be don't walk into the National expecting to get 75% of eBay on your LeBron James clearly Donruss PSA 10 gold card. You're not going to get that. Somebody's not paying you 75% of eBay on that. It's different if it's a Michael Jordan PSA 7 rookie. So those two things are different. But if you go in expecting to get full eBay value to have cash to spend at the show, that is a mistake, I believe, personally. So I would prepare ahead of time if cash is the goal. If it's not, then it's a different strategy.
That's definitely true. I also, again, you're right. It's very situational. I think if you're like the kind of person who is primarily going to operate at the show within show hours, you more likely need cash. If you're someone who is going to be going to trade nights, running around at night, hanging out with people, then I think trading is more in play. As a general rule, there's exceptions to everything always, but I think if you're trying to plan out your week or weekend, whatever, and you're thinking about where you're going to spend the most of your time, that is how I would dictate my decision.